Morning folks, Kevin here. Well, it's June 15th, 2018. I'm at home and Central Gardens behind me there. The most western part of the eastern gardens are there, and the western gardens on the other side of the workshop area there. Today's a bit of a different day. In my last video I talked about getting the dump trailer repaired, going through it, getting all the lights working, getting the brakes working. And so today's an adventure. I'll be heading up to Purpose Farm. I'll be putting a link to Purpose Farm in the upper right hand corner, which I've featured Purpose Farm in the past. They're a not-for-profit charitable organization that helps out kids in need and also rescues animals. So Purpose Farm is a not-for-profit charitable organization, and I hooked up with them a few years ago and started resourcing, getting their manures from all the different animal species that they have on site. So a lot of horses, they have goats, pigs, chickens, turkeys, alpacas. Yeah, I can't think of all the species right now. And they're in need of getting some of that manure out of there because it's been piling up since the end of fall last year. And I need to start some large pile composting. And I hear that they've got two piles, one in their pasture and one where I usually pick them up. And they've got a small little tractor that I use to load up the manure. So I thought I'd share a little bit of the experience of what it's like going and getting the manure from an off-site location. It's just about a half-an-hour drive away from here with the truck and trailer. And it's probably about a half-an-hour loading depending on where the manure is and the conditions of the ground and all. But it's been dry for 2 days now, so hopefully the ground is in good condition. And so today's an adventure. We'll keep our fingers crossed that the truck and trailer hold up through this process. You know, 15-year-old vehicle and trailer, it's a challenge. So here we go. Well, I'm here at Purpose Farm, and I've been here all day. It's probably around 4 p.m. I'm here to get another load and maybe one more load after that. I had the GoPro on earlier and the pile is much smaller. I probably have, maybe in the next 2 loads I'll finish that part up over there that's sitting on the ground. I use this material here. This is mostly bedding that isn't all that wet. There's hay and shavings in there, and those materials I'll put on the front of the trailer. So there's a trailer behind me there. So as you can see, the axles are toward the back of the trailer for dump trailers. That's the way they're designed. And so the lighter material I always want to put towards the front of the trailer. That way I can get a larger volume of material each trip that I come on. So if there's hay or bedding that isn't all wet, then I'll put that towards the front and then build the heavier stuff up towards the back. And I keep an eye on the fender distance over those rear wheels to see if there's too much weight heading towards the back or the front. So I have just enough tongue weight on the front of the trailer so it doesn't cause the back of the truck to drag the hitch on the ground, which I've had happen in the past. So this is the small pile, and the second pile is up front, and I'll show you up there in a few minutes. Well folks, it's about 7:30. I'm hoping that the GoPro footage that I shot, I set up the GoPro camera on the top of the back of the truck on a little tripod to see me using the small little, I think it's a Massey Ferguson small tractor front end loader to load the trailer the first time. And that's the outside of the paddock where the horses and alpaca are kept. I've got all of that pile just about gone. There's just a few scoops for the front of the trailer for the next load that I go and get. And I went into the paddock and got some more of it. So that's the pile so far. However, about half of this is the material that was left from last season, the end of last year. A couple of round bales of hay from a neighbor. It started to spoil. Some small bales of hay, a lot of weeds, 2 truckloads of leaves as well from the town. So there's a lot of material there. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be working in the gardens, but maybe the day after, Sunday and Monday, we're supposed to get really hot and humid here, and maybe those will be the days, because I think there's at least 2 days more worth, probably another 18 loads. Today I got 9 loads. And each load is about 6 yards. So it'll be quite a compost pile to get started once it works out. And I did have the GoPro strapped to my chest as well. That's probably going to be bouncy because their drive areas are really uneven there. But we'll keep our fingers crossed. So if this video was of value, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the bell icon if you want to be notified when we post more videos. And by all means, folks, have a fantastic day. Bye-bye now.